There are not many things that have a tradition as long as running as Alabama State University and Tuskegee, the Turkey Day Classic. And so it's just an exciting time.
Since 1924, one game has united fans, families, and alumni like no other. The Turkey Day Classic is the oldest classic game in the nation, and truly a silvery spectacle of a century of fierce competition. The Turkey Day Classic has stood the test of time, with changes in dates, teams, and challenges. But one thing has never wavered: the unforgettable game day atmosphere. Today, we celebrate every memory, every touchdown, and every roar from the crowd. Join us as coaches, players, fans, and alumni relive their stories, memories, and legends of this cherished classic. This is the Turkey Day Classic, a century strong, a legacy unbroken. Welcome to history.
I think the Turkey Day Classic represents stability, long-term commitment to two storied institutions. When you talk about 100 years, that's almost as long as these institutions have been in existence. And for Alabama State University to have this competitive relationship, but also this friendship with the university for over 100 years, it's just a remarkable opportunity for us to showcase both institutions, but also show that we have been a part of this community, a part of this state, a part of this nation for a very long time.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty wow. I mean, 100 years of Turkey Day Classic, 100 years, that's even crazier. But just to be able to be a part of that game, you know, Turkey Day Classic out of all the games has always been a favorite of mine because I'm from Montgomery, and it represented being home, family. Now, my teammates probably didn't think that because they wanted to be back home themselves, right? But for me, it was always one of my favorite games. I remember coming to this game as a little kid with my family, Turkey Day Classic, and it was always a special event.
Yes, I guess my memory, the first memory of Turkey Day Classic is a little different from Reggie because I'm not from here. So I was that teammate that as soon as the game was over, I was racing to New Orleans to get to the Bayou Classic. But after playing in it for a couple years and then listening to the fans and then my other teammates who talked to me about the history and tradition of it, I really learned to love it. And I think really for me, coming back after I had finished playing in the NFL and my kids were younger. So then I have like a 7-year-old, 5-year-old. So now we're coming back to the game as a family and we're doing the parade, we're doing all of the extra stuff. That's when I really fell in love with the Turkey Day Classic. When I realized all of the, because when you're a player, you don't get to enjoy any of that. This is just the football game. But when I came back in as an alumnus, that's when I really got into it. And then it was still homecoming. So you had all of those different things going on around it. And that's when I kind of fell in love with the Turkey Day Classic.
Turkey Day is more than a game, it's an experience. It's families getting together. People really center their Thanksgiving holiday around Turkey Day. And so it's stories being told. It's like a family reunion.
When people finished Alabama State, they look forward to coming back to the Turkey Day Classic. And it was homecoming at that time. So they would come here for homecoming. So most people, when they got a degree, would leave Alabama for other places for jobs. Alabama State was known for teacher education. They sought out teachers all over the country for jobs. So they would come back from Chicago, from California, from New York, and they would come, they would have the biggest automobiles, they'd be dressed up in all the minks and fur and all of that. I mean, it was just an occasion. And people getting together, telling about their times here and the history, things of that nature. So it was just exciting to see that many people coming together and having a good time.
We dressed up. We put on our stockings, our heels, our suits. We all dressed up. We dressed up, and it was like a big convention. Everybody's dressed up and cheering and greeting. But we had that spirit. We had that old Alabama State spirit. That was what was the most part. It was the spirit. Everybody was cheering, laughing, enjoying, and we were winning.
We've always looked forward to the Turkey Day Classic because it was one that all of us felt that we wanted to beat Tuskegee. That was the main item. But we also wanted to show our clothes that we had, and all of the persons who would come up here. The teachers would come and they would have on their furs and everything. They'd be riding on the cars, and they were in tune to it, and we were too. They would throw candy. They gave me candy to throw off the drop top, whatever kind of car it was, but it was some kind of convertible. And most of us had the drop top convertibles, but it was a fun time. It was a time that we all look forward to. And this is going to be the 100th one. And that's going to be one that's really, really important, because nothing stays that long.
Yes, I tell the guys, look, man, there's some team you just don't lose to. I ain't said guys never lose to Tuskegee, but during my time, we did not lose to Tuskegee. And I worked extra hard, hustle, just to make sure we win. And the other guys rallied around each other, and we played good football on that day.
And you don't want to mess it up. I think that's the last thing. You want to win the game. It was great. I mean, winning the game last year was just a great experience, because it was Tuskegee and hadn't been Tuskegee in a couple years, and it just needs to be Tuskegee. It's just a lot of fun. And it's a lot of fun to beat them too. So and you definitely don't want to lose to them, because man, they talk some trash. So and the old folks around, I mean, when you play Tuskegee and you beat Tuskegee, it's just to them, this is like you're the national champion. You beat Tuskegee on Turkey Day Classic. It's nothing else matters. And so then you really, to me, then you start really like, wow, this is a big deal. Like, it's a big game to us. But then you realize to the older folks who back when they were here, it was the only game they could go to. Just the whole aspect of the significance of the civil rights movement here in Montgomery, Tuskegee, Alabama State, 2 schools, 45 minutes apart, playing in a game and having a parade going downtown. So I think sometimes we just look at it like, oh yeah, it's nice, but you got to think about 50, 60, 70, 80 years ago, it was more than just nice. It was like the premier event, and Coach Barlow can attest to that, growing up in that environment. And I've just been blessed that the state of Alabama has kind of taken me in and let me enjoy it. So I'm just appreciative.
Oh, absolutely. And I say the team, the band, the tailgate, all of that combined is the entertainment. Obviously, the game is very important, but the atmosphere and the experience is equally as important, because I don't think you can have one without the other. When you talk about the events leading up to the Turkey Day Classic, the day of the game, the entertainment value, I use the word again, unmatched. I don't think that you can find the entertainment value that you find within those couple of days leading up to the Turkey Day Classic and the day of the game anywhere else on that day in the world of sports. And so I think it's that important, and I think it should be a bucket list item for everyone to attend the Turkey Day Classic.
But it's a coming together, a family reunion that establishes, again, the stability and the major significance that Alabama State University and Tuskegee University play in this community, in the state, and in the nation. And so I would just always invite someone to come, and I'll tell them once they come, they'll never stop coming to the Turkey Day Classic.